March 16th at Wembley, there will be a serious grudge match, a fight with more genuine needle than anything Del Boy Chisora and David Vegas Hay could muster. It features the British and Commonwealth Super-Middleweight champion George Groves from Hammersmith against Kenny Anderson from Edinburgh. They met before and it was tasty. A terrific fight with a lot of extra stuff. Oh boy, was there a lot of extra stuff taking place. Kenny recently refused to share a TV studio with George. I tried to negotiate and I was left well short. Anyway, joining me now is Kevin Maree, who is Kenny's trainer and a man who is heavily involved in the tour of the UK next month of the Mexican boxing idol, Marco Antonio Barrera. Yes, Barrera's coming. Anyway, first, if you don't mind, Kevin, a little bit on Kenny. Preparation at the moment, all happy?
Hi, Bunty. Yeah, the preparation's going absolutely fantastic. We're just in that awkward period now of...
you want to go?
Say again, Bunty?
You want to fight now?
Well, yeah, it's just making sure we don't overcook it now. Everything's in place, and we just need to get the next 3 weeks out of the way, and that's the awkward bit, really. Making sure we don't pick up any injuries or illnesses or anything like that, because everything's perfect.
And watching that stuff last weekend, you must have thought, I bet you said to yourself, that's why I didn't let Kenny get together with George Groves around a table with just you in the middle. I bet that's what you were thinking.
Well, it could be really awkward because, as most people know down there, I do the corner with Don Charles quite a lot when I work with Lucy and Matchy and things. So we'll have to make sure we don't have that again. Kenny, to be honest, he's too professional to do anything like that. He knows where to draw the line. He's a fighting man. He knows when to do the fighting, when to do the talking, and I wouldn't let Kenny get into that sort of situation.
Of course, I appreciate that. But even so, it was tricky. Just 1 second. Just want to read a quick email out that's coming from Gary Totten. He says, all this talk about Chisora and Hay is taken away from the performance that Derek put up, but also away from the performance of Brian McGee, who won in Denmark against Rudy Marcus. And Gary Totten, you are absolutely right. That was a fantastic performance. Thanks very much for that. And then John Melbourne from Shepward's Bush says, don't forget to mention Marco Huck taking on Povetkin. Whoa, I planned my stag do in Berlin to coincide with the Huck the Huck fight in 2010. Captain Huck is a legend. He is a legend, actually, Captain Huck. That fight's live and exclusive on Box Nation in the middle of this weekend's Cleverly and Carpentry fight. OK, Kevin, let's talk a little bit about Marco Antonio Barrera. How have you managed to bring over one of the greatest Mexican fighters in history, and where's he playing?
Very exciting. I mean, over the last year in the gym, we've had some real names. We've had Roy Jones visit us, Roberto Duran a few months ago, and now a personal favourite of mine, Marco Antonio Barrera. We're bringing him to Lancashire for a dinner there, and then we're bringing him up to Scotland at Motherwell. There's still a few tickets available.
How can people find out? Is there a website they can look at?
There is, yeah. It's actually Maree Promotions, which is M-A-R-E-E, my second name, Promotions.
Yep.
UK. It's really cheap. It's reasonable. We're keeping the price right down. It's just 60 quid, include your meal, guaranteed to meet him, get a photo opportunity with a legend, and we've got loads of boxes coming on the night. So it's just Maree Promotions, M-A-R-E-E Promotions.
And Kevin, just to say, he does speak English, doesn't he?
We have interpreters there and everything.
But even so.
Really well-educated guy, and we're going to have a really good night with him and show some of his footage and have a really good night.
Listen, it's absolutely a pleasure, Kevin, getting you on the show. It's short but sweet, but you got your message across. I'll see you on March 15th or 16th for that fantastic show.
Thank you, Bunty. Appreciate it as always, mate.
No problem at all.